This is going to show how to do an at-home bang trim and slight trim on your ends for those of you who need to do a quick trim and can't get in to see your stylist because of quarantine. First, what you're going to want to do is separate your existing bangs from the rest of your hair if you have them. It should be some form of a triangular shape depending on what type of bangs you already have. So isolate your bangs and pin back the rest of your hair so you just have a small space to work with. It should be some form of a triangle, as you can see here, depending on how you part your hair. And from that, we're going to take a small 1-inch mini triangle just in the front. And you're going to twist that section. And for me, we're only taking about 1 inch off because I'm growing my bangs out. But just for this video, we're going to just cut vertically into them just to remove a little bit of length. If you need your bangs shorter, then adjust accordingly. Check the length, and if that feels like the right amount off, then you can continue to the next step. Otherwise, repeat the same step again before moving on. Next, we're going to make another triangular section about 2 inches wide. And then from that, we'll be able to see that what I cut previously underneath that hair, so we know how much we're taking off. So if you look, when I lift up the hair, you can see underneath what was cut previously, and that is what we're using as a guide. So when I'm holding it like this, I can see the underlayer of what I've already cut, and I'm just point cutting to connect into that. Again, we're going to check the length, and you can see it's starting to angle downwards. This could be for any type of fringy curtain bang or more traditional bang if you like it to get a little bit longer on the edges. Now we've taken the last section of the larger triangle into the second section, and we're just cleaning up and dusting those ends. We won't have as much to take off in this section. At this point, we're going to just connect and make the angle to how you like it. I like my angle to be pretty severe, so right now I'm just point cutting into it so the line is a little bit softened, but keeping the angle the way that it is. These deeper cuts that I'm doing are not taking any length off, they're just kind of softening that edge so it just lays a little bit lighter. If you have thicker hair, you can do more of these, and if you have thinner hair, you might not need to do as many cuts. Because my bangs are a little bit asymmetrical since I part on the side, this side will not need as much cutting as the other side. Now we're going to connect this with the rest of the hair. So start by taking a parting right above your ear to the top and just bring that forward. Now I'm doing the same type of point cutting, just taking about 1/4 to 1/2 inch off and following the angle that's already there. I have a face frame, so everything is cut at about a 45-degree angle. If you have a blunt one-length haircut, you're just going to hold your hands more horizontally and not on an angle to do this. You just want to be taking off the minimum that your hair needs, so anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to a full inch off, and just following the lines that are already in your hair. Then we're going to go to the back of the head, and starting at the top point, we're just going to go straight down the center and bring all of that hair forward. So comb the hair, and as you can see underneath the comb is what I'm going to be cutting off. So I just want to get my hands to where I can access that hair. So it's a little bit hard to point cut this yourself. So I'm using the comb and just cutting upwards to remove some of that length and make sure it's all connected. Now I'm taking deeper cuts here to not remove as much length, but again, just to kind of soften. And then we're going to go to the other side. And we just want to connect the length into that face frame. This isn't giving us a new haircut. We just want to trim up what is there. So continue combing, and we just want to add that connection. It looks a little disconnected there, so just softly connecting that into those shorter pieces. Now just check that the length is symmetrical everywhere. And if you're happy with it, you are all done.
And do